Hello, people. Thank you for joining me. What have we got in here, Tyler? It's about 150 odd, I think, and heading up. So I'm talking to you from Perth in Western Australia, where it's a beautiful, cool evening. And we are together going to watch the Eifel Grand Prix. Just let me quickly go to a picture here that I was sent this morning. I've got somebody shooting for me at this race, which is great. And this is interesting. This is Mick Schumacher at the track today with Michael, his dad's manager. This is Sabine Kem, and I didn't realise that she was working with Mick. Obviously, if she's worked with Michael, it makes common sense for her to be obviously guiding Mick as he was in the paddock earlier today. So exciting news. I think pretty much everyone agrees that he's going to be at Alfa Romeo next year, most probably taking Antonio's seat. But we have a race coming up in several minutes' time. And I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. I'm just going to bump away from that shot there.
Yep.
And I should tell you that we have a number of different monitors here. Tyler's organising the microphone to be a little bit closer to my mouth. I will be very excited to see your comments. And if I go to my screen, and forgive me, you're there. I've got one screen over here with the live feed. I've got YouTube down here, so I am somewhat distracted from time to time. 102 watching, and I notice Shaggy Rogers likes my scarf. I actually got this for my wife for her birthday, but every scarf I buy, I tend to buy so that I can wear it as well. Because really, I just like wearing comfortable t-shirts and plain shirts, and this gives it a little bit of colour. So who else have we got here? Lovely Alona from the Netherlands. Hello, Alona. Always lovely to see your name there. And Alona, like Terry Robertson, is a member. And she has her little emote on there. Is that what they call emotes? And gets added status and some bonuses. Of course, there are a number of things, including wallpapers, which you get every month updated. And you also get discounts on other things. Plus, you're elevated in stature, and membership has its privileges. So when you are on my page, head to join and click join. And that way you can be in exalted status. Who else have we got here? Auto Universe says, hey dude, that's me. Charles for a podium, K. Gill. The drivers are getting strapped in. And how about Nico Hulkenberg? That was fascinating, wasn't it? Yesterday I was watching the race, the telecast anyway, just prior to, or was it just after FP3? And that mentioned that Nico was about to head to the paddock, and I thought, wow, this is great news. And so I contacted, I won't tell you who, but somebody in the know, and that person confirmed that yes, he was at the track. Yes, he had to pass a COVID test, and presuming he did that, he would then be okay to race today, and obviously in quali yesterday. And it was nice to get that ahead of the official announcement. Any of you who noted yesterday that I did have it up a couple of minutes prior to the official announcement. Greetings from freezing cold Mexico City, says one of my viewers. And I tell you, it's not that much warmer in at the Nürburgring today. It's 8 degrees. Now, I was at Austin last year for that race, and it was bitterly cold on the Thursday and just warmed up a couple of degrees every day thereafter. So yeah, it's not much fun when it's that cold. Now, I should say that I was supposed to, well, when I say supposed to, I was almost ready to go to this race. So I got word a couple of weeks ago that the paddock, not the paddock, that there would be several photographers invited to attend each race. And I thought, right, well, there's 4 European races and there's 3 Middle East races. It's worth going over for that. And so I booked some airfares, booked a bit of accommodation, had everything planned, and just waited to see what the restrictions were, because it was hard to tell. Obviously, there are severe restrictions. And when I did see them, it was, yes, you're only going to get probably 1 race, might get 2. The other thing you are probably going to have to do is not be allowed access to the paddock. And that was a bummer, because that's where I shoot most of my stuff, and I really love to be in the paddock. And the other thing was that you had to pass the COVID test, which I shouldn't have any problem. But a good friend of mine, a photography friend, drove all the way from Hungary, rolled up at the track, did his test on the Wednesday, ready to start on Thursday, and bugger me dead, he's only tested positive for COVID. So he's had to have a second test, and the next morning, which is the Thursday, no go, not allowed in, has to go straight back to Hungary. So very sad. He said he had no symptoms, but yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I'm thankful that if I'd been in that situation, I wouldn't have had just a drive back to Hungary. I would have had some probably 2 weeks of quarantining somewhere in Germany and then a flight back to Australia if I could get one. So as it turns out, I've decided to stay here, but thankfully I do have some images coming through. But we have a handful more people. Who have we got? Is that Slim Crawford? Says F1 at least gives me something to do in lockdown, so that's nice. And of course you're joining us today, so hopefully you're watching the race as I'm watching the race, and we can talk about what we see. Will Nico finish any better than where he starts in 20th? I'd like to think so. I noticed that he's only paying $31 to finish on the podium. And I thought, $31 from last, that's not long enough odds. Lewis was $1.90 for a win, and I think, well, he and Valtteri and Max have got it between them, haven't they, really? If one of those don't win, there's been a severe incident or somebody's made a terrible mistake. But barring that, you'd like to think, well, you'd have to think that that is going to be the outcome. One of those three will be on the top step. Ricardo does need a podium, you're right, says Silent Storm 1. He's been close, been scratching at the door, hasn't he? But just hasn't managed to get there. Tyler, hello.
Yes, hello. I'm hoping that my audio is all good. I might turn myself up a little bit. We're adjusting
Tyler.
things on the fly here. It's a little bit last minute. You'll notice we're actually in my office room. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see a little bit of the goings on there, and I've got to say we would not be doing this if it wasn't for Tyler, because there's no way I would want to do this on my own, or could I do it on my own, I don't think. It would end up in too much swearing and carrying on. But we have a couple of hours ahead of us, and we have some prizes. And in fact, Ty, while they're in a commercial break on our feed, why don't we throw out a ProStar Picks download to one person? And we're going to do it. How should we do this? No, actually, no, we're just going to put it up on screen. This is a promo code. If you go to prostarpicks.com and you pick an image that you like, use this promo code when you click buy picture, personal use, highest resolution, go to the checkout. Instead of paying money, go and put that code in. So any picture you like of mine, you can search in there at prostarpicks.com, P-I-C-S, prostarpicks.com. Search Daniel Ricciardo, search Charles Leclerc, search Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, search a race, and you'll find those images come up, and then you can go through and collect one. And I'll see when somebody does redeem that promo code. Now, the other thing I want you to do is to send in a picture of yourself, because I like to see who's watching. And last time we did that, we nearly ended up with some egg on our face, but certainly let's have a quick look at some of my YouTube fans here.
I was just going to say, would you like to give a countdown to show this little number here?
Haven't you put that up yet?
No, not yet. This is my preview.
Right, okay.
Ready?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. There you go, people. So somebody hopefully is on prostarpicks.com right now and has picked a picture they like and is going to the checkout. In the interim, if you're not doing that, are you... Actually, I'll leave that up there a little bit longer.
Yeah.
We're now looking at the race, the track, I beg your pardon. There are 15 turns, and I've got to get round them all. And I've got to go, what is this number of laps? It'll come up in a second. I've not actually seen that. But, you know, you'll have to forgive me. For some time, I will be listening to this and trying to talk, and it is almost impossible. So in which case, I will probably stop and listen to this and then come back to you. But obviously, you're watching the race as well. And you will note that there is a severe delay, and it may be anywhere from, 10 to 30 seconds from something happening that you see on screen, like a crash, and then you'll know that 10, 20, 30 seconds later, I will react to it. And oftentimes, I'll see what's going on by your messages here down the side of the YouTube live stream feed. But I'm really thrilled that I have so many people from India, and I don't know why I am popular in India. But let's quickly run through. We've got the front row lockout there with the Mercedes boys with Bottas at the front. We've got Alex 5th, Daniel 6th. We'll jump back to 3rd and 4th in a minute. 7th is Esteban Ocon. 8th, Lando Norris. 9th, Sergio Perez. 10th, Carlos Sainz to Spanish speakers. Sebastian Vettel languishing in 11th. Pierre Gasly just behind him in 12th. Next up, Daniil Kvyat, Antonio Giovinazzi, and I get told off for saying Kvyat. Well, it's Kvyat. Kevin Magnussen, 15, with his teammate Roman Grosjean on 16th. George Russell, 17th. Nicholas Latifi, 18th. And back at the rear of the field is Kimi Räikkönen, and at the very end, Nico Hulkenberg, who is delighted to be back. I know his girlfriend, Egle Ruskite, will be watching right now, probably in Monaco. And of course, he got that call at the very last minute to get from Cologne to the track to race yesterday, or quali yesterday. Let's quickly go through a few people who might be watching here, Tyler, and hopefully somebody takes that free promo code, and that might be, I just had a ding in my ear, it could well be someone. Yep. So here are the people that we have perhaps watching right now. Oops, I've gone and zoomed in on that gentleman there. Let's come back. Here we go. Maybe it's this fellow, and you might see yourself here. And in fact, I've forgotten all these people's names and I can't see them on screen, but you're getting them full screen. These were from the first and second of our live streams, and I'm delighted. This is Lee. I do remember Lee. I'm pretty sure that's him. And I'm happy to see anyone from anywhere. So if you want to send me your photo and we'll feature you, send it to info@kimillman.com. info@kimillman.com. So there's a handful of people who are watching our feed tonight. Let's see if we've got a winner for that promo code.
We do. I just actually saw someone
have you got,
pick it up. It was, someone said it in chat.
William Gardner. William Gardner. Let me see. Don't cut to me. Let me see which picture William has selected. And it's just ticked over to 10 past the hour. And the cars will now head off on their warm-up lap. And it was a picture from Silverstone going past the BRDC, which you remember that, don't you? No, Jace remembers that because I took Jace to this particular race. Oh, how exciting. Another race. Who would have thought we got any of these races? And this is failing to load, Tyler, so I can't tell you which picture. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, a Valtteri Bottas fan is William. So well done, William. Good to see that you managed to get that. He's got it in 5 megapixels up to A2 size printing. And I would love to see that on your wall. So if you end up getting that printed anywhere, great. Let's have a look. Seb came in on a bike today. Did you know that? Yesterday he came in on a scooter. Let me see if I can find this. Downloads. Here he is. Let's cut to that, Ty.
Let's do that. This
is Seb coming into the track this morning on a two-wheeler. That's not a bike he had made in Melbourne. He had a bicycle made in Melbourne for him recently. Oh, well, recently in the last couple of years. So they're on the form-up lap now. We are ready for a start in the Eifel GP at the Nürburgring, where there is limited fans. I think there's about 20,000 there. And I did note that people who had bought tickets and were from areas affected by COVID would send an email saying, hey, you can't come. Excuse me, unless you do a couple of things. And I think that was enough to dissuade most people who were from those areas not to roll up. So disappointing if they paid their money, because they would have got it back. But I think they didn't want the money back. They wanted the experience of going and seeing a race this year, because if you are someone who's sitting in a grandstand watching a race this year, you're one of very few to see a race from the track live. The rest of us are doing it like this way. Now, the cars are coming around onto the grid now. So it'll either be a 2 or a 1-stop strategy. Well, if you're watching this, you would have seen that. No need for me to tell you that. Now, this is the trick, because I get to listen in this ear and try and relay the story to you. So I see we've got some of my videos playing in the background here. My son set that up. Thank you for that. And hopefully you've watched enough of them to get a feel for what I do. And indeed, if you're a member and have joined, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Do it. Come on, play the game. This content's all free for you. It doesn't cost you a cracker. Right. Exciting times.
Very much so.
13 minutes past the hour. They're lined up. It's a reasonable day, sun-wise. There's some shadow, so we have the sun out. We just don't have much heat. So how are the tyres going to handle this? 5 red lights, and they're off as we see it. Bottas getting off to a good start. Cuts off Hamilton on the inside. And the 2 Mercedes go into turn 1. And, oh boy, both Mercedes way off the track around turn 1. Bottas has managed to retain the lead. I thought Hamilton was going to get it. Max is going up the inside. There's some locking up behind. What's happening there? Anyone touching? The 2 Mercedes are scrapping, but it is Bottas who's ended up in front from Lewis, Max, Charles, Daniel, and Albon's quite close with Ricciardo. Norris is going around the outside trying to... Whoa, Norris and Perez are dicing very close, and Norris is having a crack at Alex. Whoa, this is interesting. What do you think? Are you enjoying it? Let's see. Let's go back to your comments. We've had... And still Norris and Checo are having a crack at each other. But in the meantime, Bottas is way out in front, and I don't know. Could he lose it from there? Of course he could lose it if something dreadful happened. Right, let me go back to YouTube here. Excuse me for one moment to see your comments. We've got 153 on board now. Do I print it at a special printer? No, you do whatever you want with it. You can have it printed and blown up, William, as you wish. Thank you to My English is broke. I subbed and liked, sir. Good for you. Some drama is good. Right, so we are now lap 1 as they come around and cross the line. It's pretty much as they started, isn't it? 1, 2, and 3 are the same. Who's moved up to the background? Hulkenberg's made up 4 positions. Good on you, Nico. His trainer, Martin, will be most happy with that great news. And I tell you what, it's all happening behind here with Norris and Perez. Perez is very close to Norris. Actually, I can't actually see that screen because there's a reflection on that one, Ty.
You want to twist it?
A little bit twisty. Who's made? That's better. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect.
There we go.
Rightio. So how are my friends going here? Shaggy Rogers hopes Danny wins. Good on you. It's not available in my country. What country is that? Lohith? Not available at all?
The race? Are you talking about the race?
The telecast of the race. So it's still Bottas from Hamilton. Hamilton's now 1.6 seconds behind Bottas. In third, Max Verstappen. Leclerc, 4th, handy. Ricciardo, 5th. Albon, 6th. Norris, 7th. Perez, 8th. Ocon, 9th. Sainz, 10. Giovinazzi, 11. Vettel, 12. Magnussen, 13. Gasly, 14. Kvyat, 15. Russell, 16. Hulkenberg, 17. Latifi, Raikkonen, and Grosjean. That's the field as we've done 2 laps in this evening's race, and no safety car out yet. That's a little bit unusual. We like the safety car. It makes things interesting, doesn't it? Gives us a bit more time to have a chat. Rightio. So Hulk is up by 3. That's right. Young Luke Burt's back with us. Luke's a very enthusiastic joiner of these watch-alongs. Thank you, mate. Now we're in single file, and we're going to have a re-look at the race start. Who did well? Well, Ricciardo did very well. Straight up, jumped into 5th position. Although Alex went around him at the first turn. Gee, both those
went wide.
Yeah, they all went wide at turn 1, didn't they? Leclerc a little bit messy, and Hamilton lagged back there at turn 3, was it? Yeah, I really did think that Lewis was going to get up on the inside of Valtteri there. He braked late and took Valtteri way out deep, and they came within about 30 centimetres of each other. Could have been dreadful if they wiped each other out. I think my other son's had a bet on the first car to go out, and he picked the Alfa Romeos, but geez, it could have quite easily have been a Mercedes there if they'd been another few centimetres closer. Right, just watching a couple of these replays here now. Let's go back to your comments. Who am I going for? I just don't want a Mercedes to win. In fact, I don't want any of the top 3 to win because it's so predictable. I want a way out. Well, of course, I'd like to see Hulkenberg on the podium, but it's, I suggest, highly unlikely unless there's a big Barney up front and everyone gets taken out. I just want somebody else not the top 3 to win. Or Kimi Räikkönen might have jump start there. What do you think, people? Did you see that?
That was Vettel.
Or was it Vettel?
That was Vettel.
Oh. Wow, there might be another penalty for poor Sebastian. Spain 2016 flashback, says young Luke. Hey, Kim, can you say Shaggy Rogers? I think I might have just done it. Who else is going to join us for this live stream here? I want to get your mates to come on board with this, and let's talk about it together. What tyres are people on, says Joe Davey. Right, we'll have to wait till we get back to that screen and I'll pass that information on to you, my friend. Imagine a Williams 1-2. No, that would be a dream, and that's beyond anyone's imagination, I think. And who would you have? Would you have Latifi ahead of George or George ahead of Latifi? I hope you watched my Mothers of F1 video that I did this week. I couldn't find any pictures of Daniil Kvyat's mum or one other. Who was the other one?
No, I remember you telling me, but I cannot remember who it is you're talking about.
Yes, one other driver. No amount of searching yielded any joy. So we had to go with a blank screen. Rightio. Remember, if you want your comment to go to the head of the queue, get on to Super Chat, and I guarantee you that you will be acknowledged and your questions answered. I'm interested in some interesting questions, not my favourite race, my favourite driver. Something out of the ordinary. I'll certainly handle that. Albon should win. I don't think so. I always wanted Ocon, or who was that? Ocon or Russell to get a podium. Yeah, we've had, of course, Albon's had his first podium. Gasly's had his first win. We've had, who else? Lando had his first podium. Ricardo's had plenty. So, yeah, some of the other young boys, it'd be nice to see them up on the podium, spraying that champagne around at the end of the race. Now, what about the Imola race? It's only going to be a 2-day event. Normally, these are 3-day events, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for us, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But because there's a short time gap between the race prior and that one, and there's a long distance to cover, they aren't having a Friday. They're doing everything on the Saturday and the Sunday. So that's another reason that I'm not too disappointed about not being in Europe for these races, because I think I would have felt disappointed to be gypped a day there. Right, Kim, have you considered buying an EOS R5, which is a camera? No, I would never do that.
I was just about to mention that comment as one that we should actually talk about, because I don't know if you know, do you know much about the R5?
It's a little camera, and I like a big camera.
Yeah, but that's obviously not what it is, really.
No.
It's the new mirrorless, but it's more for video. That's my understanding. It's more for video. But on that, you mentioned that the electric viewfinder is nice. We've both used, because I have this camera here, the one you're looking at is the EOS R. Electric viewfinder is no good for what Kim does.
No.
It doesn't work that
pain
well.
In the arse.
Because
Kimmy's gone off into the gravel.
Oh, golly.
I'm just getting a little bit of information here. Now, Ricardo is putting pressure on Leclerc for 4th position. He didn't get past him there. We're on lap 6, by the way. And Leclerc is certainly placing his car in the right spot. But Ricardo will be right on his hammer for a while. Albon's in 6, Norris 7, Perez 8, Ocon 9, Sainz 10. From Giovinazzi, Vettel, Magnussen, Gasly, Kvyat, Russell. Hulkenberg still 17th, Latifi, Räikkönen, and Grosjean. Now, you'd like to think that Nico, who has a pretty good car beneath him, can make up a number of places. He'd possibly get into the points.
Someone did ask where you think he'll finish.
Nico?
Yeah.
Oh, ask me in an hour. I'll have a much better idea.
Go on, have a guess.
Well, I reckon 13th.
13th. I think that's a good guess.
13th.
Yeah, I think that's possible.
He was only $31 to get a podium. That's way too short. He needs to be about 100 to 1 to get a podium, I think, to invest money in that. It's a little camera, and I like a bigger camera. That's correct, says Danush, who I imagine with that name is from somewhere in Asia, possibly India.
I think he's India. I think we spoke to him last time.
Yeah. How about the 1DX Mark III?
That's
this is it. This thing there, right there, is the 1DX Mark III. It's a beast. And I've got 2 Mark IIs, and I got rid of 2 Mark Is a while back. And this is definitely a better camera than the Mark II for those of you who are photographically minded. Now, Rami, have you subscribed? Because if you subscribed, and you can prove it to me, I'll do as you request here. So we are 7 laps into 60. Bottas is still only 1.7 seconds ahead of Lewis. So this could come down to pit stops again. Looks like the sun has now gone away at the Nürburgring, and it's looking a little bit, well, there's no sun, obviously. So we've got light cloud cover. Let's go back and quickly, I'll show you a couple of pics. Here we are. Don't cut to me yet.
Nope.
Let's go through with what we've seen. We've seen Sebastian Vettel today on a bike, but yesterday on a scooter. And thank you to, oh, we had a new subscriber there. Now, see that Puma bag? That is beautifully placed marketing, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Gregor from Puma will be licking his lips seeing that, because that's lovely branding and a much bigger brand than you'd see just on a jacket. So that's Seb coming in on a scooter. Oh, by the way, that is a scooter presented to him by Lando's brother, Ollie. It's a pure scooter, pure electric scooter, made by his father's company, Adam, called Pure Scooters. So that is Seb coming into the track yesterday, doing his track walk in the wet. And another subscriber, Botty Gamer, just subscribed, you champion. Here he is, Lance Stroll, coming in on Thursday. He spent the day on the toilet, I believe. So poor Lance, but that was Nico's good luck. This is Sebastian Vettel, I believe, arriving at the track in an Alpha. No, that's man going back here. Charles, with the barest minimum of skin visible. Look at that. What is that? Must only be about 30 square centimeters of skin. Checo with his hands in his pockets, looking chilly. Now, Pit Stop's album's just gone in there and did a 2.4 second pit stop.
To switch to mediums? They're mediums, right? That's what
Yellows.
is.
Let me just go back a little bit further, see if there's anything. Oh, Mick Schumacher doing his pit walk with Ruth Buscombe. Lando, who was also followed by Netflix for his track walk. Here's Charles and his trainer entering the track. Daniel Kvyat, Pierre Gasly. I do like these cream jackets that Pierre is wearing, the Alpha Tauris. Now, this is Ricardo. Is that Ricardo? Yes. Once again, having a crack at Charles Leclerc. 9 laps in. And Daniel is... Now, Daniel has just got him. Daniel's just got past.
How's that?
Charles Leclerc for 4th place. Now, Daniel is waiting for something to happen ahead. And he's not that far behind. Oh, yes, he is. He's 16 seconds behind 3rd place, Max Verstappen. So he has some work to do, doesn't he? But that's nice. Daniel got him. Right. Charles had done a pretty good job blocking.
Yeah. What do you think about the timing of his move for teams?
What do you mean?
Daniel. Next year is changing teams, right?
He's got to be going to a better product there, I think.
Do you think so?
Well, I don't know.
He's been doing better than the...
I thought he was going to something better. But over the last few races, maybe McLaren just haven't come on enough. Maybe they're languishing a little bit. But I certainly think that Sebastian has done the right thing by going to Racing Point. Now, why am I out of focus? No, that's my screen. That's not very sharp quality on my screen, but it is.
Yeah, it'll just be playing at 480p.
No stress. Rightio. Danny Rick, too good. Exactly right. What else have we got here? Were there any other questions that I missed, Tyler?
No, I've been trying to follow it. I think we're pretty
Where
good.
to watch live race? I don't know, Marcel. What country are you in? I think that would determine. Still a battle going on here. Norris getting past Perez, or staying in front of Perez, I beg your pardon. They are dicing beautifully there. Who stopped early? Was it Albon that stopped early? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of some vibration in his tyres. He would normally have stayed out a little bit longer. And some exciting stuff here with Norris and Perez. Norris pushed Perez wide there. Ooh.
Very wide.
Norris's team radio. What's he saying?
I wondered what he said. Oh.
Why are we not hearing Norris's team radio?
He said, I think he said he was telling the engineer off, saying, don't talk to me, I think. In a kinder way than the way I just mentioned it.
Norris has told his engineer stop talking because he's under pressure. Right.
Oh, look at that Aramco logo there. Did you see where that was?
No, where was it?
Oh, that was lovely. Okay. For anyone watching the broadcast...
Is that Charles gone in? Oh, Vettel, maybe. One of the Ferraris is... Leclerc's gone in for a pit stop.
Oh.
Looks like he'll be coming out 9th. Might even go down further. A quick stop. Yeah, that was good. 2 point something. 2.2, I reckon. What do you reckon?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Vettel has gone way long. Way long.
Oh.
Poor Sebastian. It's going for bad to worse. Was that turn 1? I think it was. I've lost my feed now. No, we get it back. Now, I noticed, Tyler, that your feed there is a lot quicker than mine.
Yes, that's because mine's better.
Oh, no, I've just sped mine up a little bit here. It's great to have you joining me to watch this race because it's exciting to watch it with other people. How do you suggest I get my picture framed?
As big as possible.
Go and see a local framer and ask them whatever you like. You can get it printed on canvas if you want and then get it stretched over some wood. It will look great in your office or in your home, bedroom, whatever. I'm not sure what age you are. You could be a businessman. You could be a teenager. But I do know, oh, bloody hell, Sebastian just
good spin.
He's all over the place, Seb.
A good spin, indeed.
Oh, his tyres are flat spotted now, so he's going to have to come in. And he's got medium tyres. That is embarrassing, but it's great to see. And have you seen this, Tyler? The stands where the people are separated. They're not all scrunched up together. They're evenly placed throughout the stand. And that is so vital. A friend of mine said, you don't want to be here in Europe. Like they'll do all these funny things like, well, you can't do this and you can't do that. And when you go down to breakfast at the hotel and everyone's eating from the buffet, they're all pouring their own coffees. They're all touching everything that everyone else is touching. So there's a lot of inconsistencies.
Oh, on that, I saw something. Someone posted something about how they went to a public toilet and one sink was shut for social distancing. Mm-hmm. There were 2 sinks. But think about it. You now have a 100% chance of if someone who goes into that sink using that sink and not a 50% chance. Some stuff doesn't make sense.
Yeah. But in Australia, for those of you who are watching from Australia, you'll know this, unless you're in Victoria or Melbourne, more precisely. We've got away with it pretty scot-free, certainly over the last few months. In Western Australia, no real inconvenience at all to us. No masks required, no community spread. Some other spots around Australia, a couple of incidents, and Victoria has been the worst hit, with Melbourne having 2 lockdowns for a long time. Now, Lewis has just snared first position on Valtteri. Now, where did that come from?
What a bummer.
He swept past him. That must be on turn 1. Oh,
Bottas locked up.
Valtteri ran wide at turn 1. It was front tyre graining. He had no grip, and he's just given the lead to Lewis. My gosh.
That's a bummer.
He will be very disappointed at that, whether it's mechanical with a tyre graining or whether it's his mistake. I dare say he's going to have to pit now, isn't he? He has to, surely. Now, Max is right on the hammer of Bottas now. So it could well be that Max ends up in second position, and those two, Lewis and Max, can fight it out. Yep, Bottas is coming in now. It's so sad for Valtteri. So sad because he was looking good. Max is really pushing, and George Russell is off.
What happened there?
George Russell's off. He's had a spin at turn 1.
Is that his tire? Is something wrong with his tire? His back right tire?
Bottas is coming into the pits. Right. Is this a fast pit stop here? Not bad. It's 2.3, I'm guessing. We should get to see this. What do you reckon, people? 2.5, I wasn't far off. Marcel, we are unsure. Leave us poor Melburnians alone. Yeah, well, Mr. Andrews and you still can't work out whose fault it was that the security guards were put in charge of hotel security and not the police. Oh, and George has now shredded a tyre back left.
That's what I said. Something wrong with the tyre.
He's limping back to the pits for those of you who aren't watching this on screen with us. He's in all sorts of strife here. He's not going to be setting a very good lap time, this one. And he's got a fair way to go to get around to the track. Ooh, now we're looking at Kimi Räikkönen coming very close with... Oh, no! Kimi took out Russell with the tyre. Whose fault is that? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a racing incident, I think. They'll look at it.
He swerved into it.
There's a little bit of carbon fibre on the track, but George, lucky not to get flipped over there. He's certainly the right-hand side of his car. Ooh, a quick turn and a big bump. That would have frightened the hell out of him, I'd suggest. They were pretty close at the time, and there is great skies at the Nürburgring today. Looking at some on-screen vision there. Hello from South Australia. Hello, Razor Ray TV. I was born in South Australia, in Adelaide, at Glenelg, actually. Haven't been back there for a long time, though. Right. He's either going to DNF.
He's getting out the car.
Yeah, George has had enough. He's going back to his hotel and watch the rest of the race on telly, as Max Verstappen did probably 2 years ago in Azerbaijan, where he didn't even go down and do some press interviews, went straight back and tried to watch the race on telly. Couldn't get it up on telly, had to spend a bit of time. Rightio, Marcel, very prim and proper with your speech. Thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. Luke Burt, are we going to get a safety car? But anyway, Hulkenberg's at 13th. I don't think he's pitted yet, has he, Ty?
No, I don't think so.
You've got all your comments up there. You've got a much longer stream of comments.
Yes, because I have a vertical monitor.
Right. Luke, but I think it has 20 frames a second. I don't like Lewis, says somebody. Okay, well, I don't think you're compelled to like the man. I think you'll get by. And now, here's Bottas putting the heat on Ricciardo. Ricciardo has not pitted. Neither have the two front runners, Hamilton and Verstappen. Norris hasn't. In fact, who's pitted? It's really only Leclerc. The bottom runners, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Latifi. And
Albon. Did you mention Albon?
Albon has also pitted. Now, Bottas has just got Ricciardo.
Oh.
That's right. I want to see some excitement here. Bottas has now got a fair bit of work, and he's got to make up that gap and hope he can jump Lewis on the pit stop. Bottas is 22 seconds behind the second place holder in Max Verstappen. Gee, a lot of them run wide at turn 1, don't they? Excuse me, having a drink, Tyler.
That's okay.
Take over, my friend.
No, not a problem. You'll notice that we've actually got an old stream running here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just there.
Have we?
Yeah, that's last week's stream actually running. It? Yeah.
Oh.
We needed some background stuff to run on that TV.
I'm going to need a drink at some point. I think this might be a great moment because we just mentioned Daniel Ricciardo to mention that you can, in fact, get one of these beautiful driver photo books. 24 magnificent pictures of your favourite driver printed on, not on paper, on card. Look at that, it's very solid. And these are posted to most countries around the world, and they are printed on demand. So these are limited numbers. And if you go for a lesser driver, you might be one of about 30 to have one. Obviously, if you go for one of the top drivers, you'll be one of a few hundred. But yeah, get online to kimellman.com and pick up one of these great F1 driver photo books. Anyway, Hamilton is now in the pits. 4.2 seconds. That is a long pit stop.
It's a long pit stop.
That might work well for Valtteri. This is going to be very interesting coming out. And I know the fact that a lot of you people probably already know the answer to this because there's a considerable lag on this broadcast. We've got 160 watching. Thank you very much. I'm going to give away a digital download in a second. Now, so where's Verstappen? Okay, Hamilton. The Bottas is still third. He's a long way back. Hello. Oh. Latifi's gone. Oh, no. That's Gas.
That's one of the Alpha Tauris.
Gasly. Gasly is now picked up.
What the? Or is that... That's his front wing.
That's Kvyat. Oh, 26. No. There's a front wing on the track, on the main straight. Golly. It's thankfully, it's not on the racing line. But I don't know. They have to get rid of that. Surely they can't have that. Now, Kvyat has to go a whole lap without a nose on his car. And that makes those things almost undrivable at any speed.
Yeah.
So they're awful. Kvyat, who was 13th, now has to go all the way around to pick up a new front on his car. Albon may be in trouble here.
Oh my
He's
word.
Passed him.
What happened?
Okay, we're watching this together. Oh,
it must have happened in the...
Kvyat's gone over the grass.
And then...
Right, so we're just trying to work out what's going on here.
It must have damaged it on the grass, right? No?
No.
What?
Oh.
What happened?
Don't know. Right. Well, that was a bit of excitement. Bottas on the team radio. Bottas has no power. Bloody Valtteri. He's stiff, isn't he?
Why is he in fifth?
What? Because he's got no power.
Yeah, but...
He's just falling back through the field.
Oh, golly.
He was leading, and now he's got no power, and he's back fifth, and it won't be long before he's sixth with O'Connell to overtake him.
Well, this should give Ricciardo a good chance.
Now, Hulkenberg hasn't come in yet because he's in 11th.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Bottas is going to have a full service on that car, I think, because he's not going too well. Oh, that's stiff for Valtteri Bottas.
That's awful. However...
So we're left with a 1.2 second gap between Verstappen and Hamilton. Now, can Verstappen overtake that? Can he overcome that 1.2 seconds? Let's go back to some comments here. Albon didn't do anything. Yeah, says Arun. Is that your friend?
It
Arun,
is
from
Arun.
Indonesia.
Yes.
Hulk is doing very well. Yes, Razor. I don't believe Hulk has pit stopped. All right, so now they're taking off the front nose, the damaged one, putting on a new one for Kvyat. It's going to be quite a long stop. I'm guessing all of 12 seconds here. 10.4.
10.4.
And that photography you just saw there was Peter Fox, a British photographer, lovely fella. Loves his motorbikes. Foxy, I've lost the audio here, so I'll have to refresh my feed, I think. It's very handy, actually, listening to what's going on here and being able to talk at the same time. So here we go. So, box. They're going to retire Bottas, rightio. So, Valtteri gets to go home early. Going to do some interviews down the media pen. Go and get changed. And not much to hang around for, I think, when you finish the race like that.
What happened there?
He'll be very, very unhappy because he had a great chance of winning.
They've all donned gloves. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Why is that? Someone will tell us. Why have they put on those
yellow
yellow gloves?
Yeah, they've all put yellow gloves on to touch the car.
Yeah. Oh, the electrical. That might well be the electrical side because they haven't turned the electrics off. That's a little bit tricky.
Yep.
Are you coming back to Adelaide soon? No, I'm not, Razor. I don't see any need to come back to Adelaide now. And I certainly won't be coming back while our borders are closed. The idea of doing 2 weeks in quarantine has no appeal. I would have had to have done it coming back from F1, but I would have worn it for that. But No, not to come to Adelaide. But if I did, and you had the pie cart still going, the Cowleys pie cart down in opposite the advertiser building, I would be there. I used to love the pie cart as a teenager. And what was the other place? The 24-hour restaurant we'd have pizzas at down in Hindley Street. Starts with M. You'll tell me. Loved it. Back in my younger years when I'd stay out all night. Shaggy Rogers, kind of sad to see a Ferrari. More information. Now I want to hear from some of you people and the other 120 odd that aren't commenting. I want to hear your thoughts on something, and let's get you involved in this chat. And Ty, can you please give away another
I was just going to
download?
say that.
Who's in the lead, you ask? Hamilton by 2.429 seconds from Mr. Verstappen. Norris is in third, but he's a good 24 seconds away. Perez fourth, Ocon fifth, Sainz sixth, Ricciardo seventh. Gasly is eighth with Albon ninth, Leclerc 10th, and then Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Latifi, have I called your favourite yet? Kvyat, Bottas in the pits, going home, Russell out. Oh,
I would like to know who's pitted and not pitted yet.
Leclerc and Hulkenberg are now racing. Hulkenberg's, well, I'm guessing about 8-10 car lengths behind Leclerc and putting some pressure on him. Oh, okay, no. Charles actually passed Hulkenberg. But Hulkenberg fought back. Oh, he had to brake heavily there. Otherwise, he was in a bit of strife. Kimi Raikkonen's got a 10-second time penalty. So that will put him back, surely. Will that put him back to last?
You would think so.
Yeah, maybe. Right, let's go back to your comments here. Carlos Sainz, somebody's asked, is in 6th position. Respectable. Lap 20 already. We are 1/3 the way through. Yes, we are. Russell was tagged by Kimi. More than tagged. He was shunted, wasn't he? Got some good air there. Lucky not to flip over. So what do you think of this track? It's they say it's a B grade track, and I've never been there. I was excited to, well, I had the prospect of going there for a little bit in my mind. I was heading there for this race, but it looks like it's nothing flash. It's an old school track. I think we all agree on that. But if you're German and you're in the crowd today, well, A, you're probably not watching this, but you're obviously having a nice time. And there's that free promo code. So who is going to go to... Somebody's already got it. Who is it? Bloody William Gardner. Righty, William, you can't get any more, mate. Luke Burt has sent me a picture. He's... don't cut to this yet. Save as... You just... handle this for a second, Tyler.
Sure, no problem. No problem. We'll be fine.
Oh, my computer has just left up.
How is everyone? P3. Who are we talking about? Norris. Yes, P3, but he hasn't pitted yet. That's my understanding. Also, there's a shadow on my face from my mic.
Where's bloody pictures?
I think Ricciardo's got a shot because he's pitted, hasn't he? And everyone else in front of him in between Hamilton and Verstappen hasn't. I don't think. I'm not sure though.
Gasly's got past Albon.
Yeah, I just...
Right, okay, so I've got to go back here. Don't cut to me yet.
Don't cut to your computer? Yeah.
I'm struggling. Absolutely struggling. I can't do two things at once.
Oh, there's that Aramco logo. Anyone watching the Fox or the KO, there's a little Aramco logo that pops up.
Okay, you can cut to this.
All right, here we go.
This is Luke, upside down Luke. He's an Aussie from down under. Right, so what are we looking at here? Albon locked up. And, okay, right. And he was actually trying to pass Gasly, but couldn't do it, locked up, and was very lucky that the pair did not touch. George Russell, Kvyat style. And that meant that Pierre had to go a little bit wide. Good on Pierre, having a good season this year, and has certainly surprised, I would think, many at Red Bull. What's happened there? Okay, Ocon's come. That's Ocon. He's coming into the pits now. He was running 7th, so Gasly will assume 7th position, and a few behind him will also bump up one particular spot. And my feed and my audio is now gone from here for some reason. Pause play. I'm watching and listening on here. We get it on KO. What are you watching it on, people? What broadcaster are you paying attention to for the race today?
Hold on, people are saying Ocon's out.
Oh, well, they've got... Yes. Okay, you're right. See, you people are obviously getting it slightly quicker than us. So he's obviously had a coming together with someone. I'm going to go back here to this. Has your spy got any good photos yet? Oh, it's a little too hard to tell. And he doesn't upload from the track, so I have to wait until the end of the day to get those pictures, unfortunately. Gasly and Albon obviously have this rivalry, given that they've swapped seats. Now, this is way delayed. I have to move that way on there. Yeah. Albon is now 2 seconds in front of Leclerc. As we approach the halfway mark, we are still 24 of 60. And it's been an absolute talk fest, hasn't it, people? I wish I could bring you in on the conversation somewhere. Can we bring them in, Ty? How can we do that?
What, people speaking live?
People come and speak live.
Absolutely possible.
Could you knock that up straight away? Radio says...
Yeah, actually I could.
Yeah?
I could do that right now.
Good that. Has there been a moment where you felt that you missed a good capture opportunity where you had a camera? Oh, there's been plenty of moments where I've been looking down. Yes, there was a great moment where it was in one of the practice sessions in Japan, right around the back of the track. And I was standing with 4 blokes. We're on a fence. I put my camera down. I picked the other one up. And as I put my head up, Bottas has come towards me and he's snaking all over the place. And I've just dived for the ground because I thought, hell, he's not going to stop. He's going to clean me up. So, yes, I do remember that one vividly. That's the first one that came to mind. Albon's got a 5-second penalty. What will that do to him? Oh, well, he was down in 16th anyway, so he's out. No. Yeah, Alex is out. Oh, okay. Well, I've got a way big delay on this one. Yours is much quicker, Ty. Should have this one here.
Okay, right. Well, here's what I've just done. I've just dumped a bunch of links in...
Tyler is very clever on the tech stuff, people.
I dumped a bunch of links in the chat. Join the Discord. That's my Discord. Now, if this works, what we'll do is we'll pull a few people in, and then we can chat live.
Right.
Through Discord.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Now, who do we trust?
That's what I was going to say.
Embarrass us.
We will screen them beforehand.
What about Alona?
Oh,
Let's
yes.
get Alona, or who else was on there, did I see before? Our members. Because, yeah, we can discipline them if they don't do the right thing. Lap 25, Hamilton for Verstappen, Norris 3rd. Lando, is he going to end up on the podium for his 2nd podium of his career and this year? Oh, Vettel's down in 12th, just shading Kimi Räikkönen. Albon DNF, yes. Kim, how many live races you have been to? Have I been to? 21, 20 plus 17 plus 20, whatever that is. Oh, plus Melbourne, which didn't really count. That's the Discord. Good. I want to pursue a career in engineering and I'm considering working in F1 post-college. What would you advise? I've got no advice for you. It's such a difficult game to get into. You really... I'm no good. I just got no idea. You need to... I think you need to know people. They need to be aware of you because it's not the sort of thing where they're going to put an ad in the newspaper and you're going to answer the ad. I think you need to be... That's a front wing of Raikkonen's, is it? Or Giovinazzi's is flapping around there like something shocking. You can turn that one up a bit louder, Ty.
Which one?
Your thing over here, because I'm way... Yeah, that's good. It's got to be very careful because we can't rebroadcast any pictures or any audio. So we have to be very careful that you don't get a clean feed of the audio.
Just quickly, do you want to be quiet for 1 second so I can watch if it's picking it up on our thing? We're good.
Yeah, we're good. You can have it a little bit louder, I think. Right, has anyone worked out the technicalities and going to join us, and we can have a listen to what they've got to say?
Someone did join.
And will I be able to hear them?
They will come out of my speakers.
Okay, so
now let's dump them. We're going to jump in here. You'll have to give me one moment while I figure this all out. Voice and video, that should come out of my speakers. I should be able to turn them up. And I should also.
So Norris has got some problem. Norris is having some drama, I think, is he? Well, it's very hard to hear and talk at the same time. I'm from the UAE, says Ayan. How's things in the UAE? I miss the Dubai first class lounge. It's the best lounge in the world. Sometimes I go up there and I've got the size of a tennis court on my own with this food and drink and glorious lounges. And I'm not going to get out of Australia this year, and I don't even know about next year. I'm going to study engineering, Shaggy Rogers. Good for you.
All right.
Have you had anyone?
There are a few people. Now, I'll join them, but before I put their audio in to the stream, we can chat to them for one moment. No, no, we'll just do audio for now. I can figure out picture later. So, for those of you in the Discord, jump in the voice channel called General, and then I'll drag you in. So yeah, thank you.
Tyler's going to drag you in, so you should be thankful for that. Now, I notice the sun's now out again for a short time. The colours are a lot more rich on the telecast. And we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, Leclerc, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Latifi, Kvyat. Daniil is a long way back. His trainer's a lovely bloke. Well, last year's trainer, I haven't had much to do with this year's, but last year's is the lovely Stuart Smith, an Australian. There are 3 Aussie trainers, are there not? Yes, there's Michael, Italiano with Daniel Ricciardo. The other Aussie. Oh, it'll come to me.
All right. When you're ready, we'll drag this person in now. I'm not sure how quiet / loud they're going to be.
Okay.
We'll just give it a whirl.
Who is it?
Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll's with us.
Now.
From his hotel bedroom? Or is he talking from the men's room?
Let's turn this up and this down.
Yeah.
We should be able to hear them.
Right. Hello to you, Lance Stroll.
Maybe not.
You can hear it.
Wait 1 second. Maybe it's coming out of the wrong place.
I sure want to hear what Norris is saying.
Input, output. Speakers. Here we go.
I don't know if you can actually hear me.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I introduce myself. My name is Juan. My handle there is my Instagram handle. I am Mexico.
It might cut in and out.
Instagram.
Yes.
Yep.
And what would you like to say? Tell us something exciting about your love of F1.
Watching in Mexico 2017, have been a great fan since. I've been a fan of Lance Stroll since basically the beginning because reasons. And well, you have my Instagram handle right there. I am the most prominent Mexican.
I remember you. You took a photo of me, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, I remember you. Yes, you're a character. Very enthusiastic.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You love Lance. Well, look, lovely to hear from you.
Indeed.
The audio is a little. The audio is a little intermittent, and at the moment we have Perez in the pits. You'd be disappointed that your man's not racing today, but look, I'm quite not racing because we get to see Nico back. Well, look, we're going to take someone else's call, but thank you very much for contacting us, and well done, Tyler, for getting that through. Thank you, Lance. That's not his real name. Who you got next, Ty? Wow,
Okay.
this is great.
Yeah, that's
Technical stuff.
That's okay.
I
So
struggle with this.
TTV Clocks is their handle in Discord. If I drag, nope, that's not it. That's it there. There we go. So we should be able to hear them.
TT, come and talk to us. A bit louder. Say something. Entertain us. Come on. Hello.
The fun thing about it is that I first started liking Hamilton because they used to have the 3 letters on the thing, and I found it funny how his first 3 letters of his surname spelled Ham.
I can get around that.
And I've been following him ever since.
Well, let me jump in. Norris is now coming into the pits. So, in fact, if you're watching this, you probably have already seen this. But Norris is coming into the pits. He's losing power, unfortunately, and from 3rd position. So we had a leader at the start is out, having lost power. We've now got a 3rd place, and they are going to change tyres, obviously. And he's straight out again. So find out. But tell us, where are you from again?
I'm from London.
London Calling. Who do you follow in the football?
Crystal Palace. I live in South London.
Do you? I went
Yes.
to Tottenham.
It's funny. By the way, I'm William Gardner, so I took both the pictures.
Yes, William. Right, you can't win anymore.
I know. It's most likely because I split my screen half the tab on one side.
Right,
and it's funny. Last week I tried to do the giveaway, but I kept on clicking the wrong photo or my PC crashing.
Right. Well.
And I've currently got a shopping basket of a canvas with a wooden border and everything.
Oh, nice.
Both the pictures. I'm gonna give one of those to my friend for Christmas.
Good.
You'll
be very popular with that. You'll be popular with that friend if you are an F1 person. We've got another person. So I will thank you very much for joining us, William, and congratulations. You've got 2 of my best pictures. Good on you, mate. Hamilton, Verstappen from Ricciardo now in 3rd spot. Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Gasly, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Raikkonen, Magnussen, Latifi, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Kvyat. So already out, 4 of them, Albon, Ocon, Bottas, Russell. So we're down to a 16-man field, and we are now into the second half of the race. We are 31 laps in 60, and great that Tyler's got some people. Who you got?
All right, give me one moment, and we'll pull someone in.
And then we're going to have a drink because I've run out of water.
All right, you can say hi. I will drag them in once I know we're safe.
You can just go to the bathroom and fill that. Hello, who have I got?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Tell us your name.
My name's Rashawn.
And where are you from, mate?
I'm from India, but I live in Singapore currently.
Whereabouts in Singapore? I've got a company up there.
Oh yeah, I'm right actually next to where the track would be. It's like a 5-minute or 6-minute drive, or like a small walk, pretty much. But I'm right next to the track.
Near Marina.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, I haven't been back to Singapore, and I don't think, well, since last year for the race, and I don't think I've time. So I do love it. I don't love the heat so much, but I quite like the shopping and the fact that everything's close. And who do you follow in the sport?
My favorite driver is Sebastian Vettel. I don't know if it's because he's dominated in Singapore, but I just like his attitude towards the sport so much.
Singaporeans love English soccer as well, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite big in Singapore. Loads of Arsenal supporters, from what I know, at least.
Yeah, and they love to go to the pubs, watch the games live.
Yeah.
Pub. And how did you find my YouTube channel?
I think it was maybe like a couple months ago. It was one of your videos. I think it was F1 why F1. I don't remember which video, but I just came across your videos on YouTube just like that because from recommended on mostly F1 topic.
Good on you. Well, I'm delighted you took the chance to talk to us today. And
thank you.
Who would you like to see win this race?
Well, I would have liked to see Bottas have the chance to win, but in retirement. But I think I would like to see Verstappen win because I feel like Hamilton got really lucky with the VSC, first of all, being able to pit, and now the person who's in the same machine as him, who can try and challenge him, other than Verstappen, has just, well, retired. So I would like to see Verstappen win because I feel like Hamilton's gotten really lucky in situations like these, in my opinion.
All right, mate. Thanks for your feedback. Talk
Thank
to you
you.
another occasion. Ricardo's third, although he's a long way behind second. He's nearly a minute behind Verstappen. Who else you got, Ty?
Give me one moment. We'll drag someone else in.
Yeah.
Here we go. Luke Burt.
Bloody Luke Burt. He's a regular. Hello, mate.
Should be able to hear him. Oh, no,
Hello,
jumped
Luke.
out. I think he jumped out.
Try again.
We'll drag someone else in the meantime.
Okay, we'll come back to you. This is like talkback radio, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Here we go. Say hello. Maybe, possibly.
Right. Have you got a person's name? Do you see a name?
I get a handle, which is not really a name.
Okay. Hello, I can hear you. What is your name? Marcel. Yes, I've seen your comments come up here, Marcel. Where are you from?
I'm from South Africa, mate.
Which part?
Cape Town, to be exact.
I haven't been to Cape Town. I've been to Joburg a few times.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I went out to, what's the capital? Starts with P.
Pretoria.
Yeah. Is it Pretoria? No. Anyway,
Capital Joburg, Pretoria.
Yeah, I've been to your country a number of times en route to Kenya, where I shot my wildlife book. So what's F1 like in South Africa? Is it widely followed, or is it like here in Australia? It's just a bit of like a niche sport.
No, I wouldn't say widely followed. I would say mostly rugby and stuff around here, but myself, major F1 fanatic. I just wish we could watch this race live today.
You don't get it live.
Fans deserve that. Yeah?
You don't get the race live.
No, we can't get it live. I think it's on pay-per-view, so we have to pay to watch it.
Okay, so it's still there if you want to pay.
Now. Yeah, usually it's been on DSTV, but now I see they've taken it off.
Well, good news. Natalia Romero just subscribed, so you got to experience the moment with me, mate. So thank you very much for gracing us and letting us hear that dulcet South African accent as Leclerc has a crack at Perez at high speed into turn one and gets him. So Leclerc's back up into fourth. So thank you, my friend. Au revoir. Who else you got? Thank you, sir. Pleasure. This is great getting the...
This is fantastic.
And I put you under pressure to just do it. We never rehearsed this.
That's easy, though.
I know.
That's not even hard for me to do. All right. Who would you like to speak to? Let's speak to Luke, hey? I'll drag him in right now. Bing, bang. You should be able to hear Luke now.
Luke.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Where are you? You're on the other side of the country, aren't you?
I'm in Darwin.
I used to live in Darwin. I used to live in Stewart Park.
Oh, yeah,
Still-
Stewart Park. I live all the way out past Palmerston, so a fair bit of a drive.
Right. Yes. I worked on Radio 8DN up there for 5 years. Loved it. Is that station still there? It's a Top FM, isn't it?
There's Hot 100 and Mix 104.9, and Mix 104.1, which is at the university.
Right. Yeah. Well, one of those stations was originally an AM station called 8DN, which I worked on. Did breakfast there. Absolutely loved it. And what are we now? We're getting towards the wet season, aren't we? The build-up.
Yeah, it's actually been a pretty good build-up, I have to say. Normally in October there's barely anything, but we've been getting fairly good rain, which is nice. Normally every year it isn't that good.
For those people that aren't familiar with Darwin, it's at the top of our country, Australia, and it is very humid for a month or so as it tries to rain, and it's almost unbearable. So much so
it really isn't bearable.
Horrid, just horrid. It's 35 degrees and 100% humidity. But once the rains come, it's quite lovely in the afternoon. It gets clear, and for 5 or 6 months of the year, it's just 32 degrees every day and dry. It's quite beautiful in the middle of the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what are these boys? Hang on a second. The they force India. The Racing Point boys are a bit excited because Sainz is up into 6th and Norris has now fallen back to 7th. Hulkenberg's in 12th. Who's your favourite driver, mate?
Definitely Lando. I definitely love Lando, but you know, as an Aussie, we have to support Danny Rick, who's currently in third. So I'm a bit
Yes, and
excited
looking
about that.
okay. Looking okay. Alrighty, Luke, thanks for joining us, and we'll get some more thoughts from you at a later point. Look at that. Oh, that's come off now. Poor Kimmy's front thing. Stefan Luhu has become a member. This. Now, didn't I say, Tyler, that Stefan was probably going to do this tonight? Because he has been thinking about this for some time, and he's now made the decision to become a member. Now, because I think I've got all of the drivers are members too, which is great. The 20 drivers are members. Bullshit. Charles Clerk's just gone into the pits. Let's see what he does here. He is 6th, now down to 7th. That's 2.3 seconds. No, 3.3. I was miles off. That wasn't particularly slick, was it? Who have we got, Ty?
Okay, we can pull in. We'll pull in Shaggy Rogers.
Shaggy Rogers has been very vocal here on the chat. Now we get to hear his voice. It's always interesting. Shaggy, what do you sound like?
He's just got himself muted. He'll have to unmute himself.
Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Shaggy. Come on. Play the game. You're letting the team down, mate. Go to someone else and we'll come back to him.
I don't think we have anyone else in the waiting room at the moment.
We'll tell him again how to do it, because this is fascinating. It takes a lot of pressure off me too. What's the interest here in the race? The interest seems to be Vettel, Giovinazzi. No. That's Gasly and Leclerc very close. Gasly putting considerable pressure on Charles. And where are they? They're fighting for 10th. Hulkenberg's still in 12th. He could get a point. As we get later in the race and some drama happens, Nico could get some points. Who else is lining up?
I've just jumped the Discord link again in the chat. Now, we would most like to hear from Stefan, actually.
Yeah.
Who's just become a member. We would love to hear from you.
Stefan can get a free download if he can join the Discord, and if he's clever enough to work that out. Stump me, mate. Yeah, come on, Stefan. Chime in, and I'll send you one of our free promo codes so you can download.
It looks like, sorry to cut you off, it looks like Shaggy has unmuted himself, so we'll drag him in now.
Shaggy.
Say hi.
G'day, Shaggy.
Maybe I've got it turned down. No, it doesn't look like any audio is coming through.
No. Shaggy, try again. Now, Gasly has just... No. Hulkenberg's just jumped Grosjean. So Hulkenberg is now 11th and only a second or so behind Gasly. I'm just listening to a quick interview with Bottas, one that those of you watching the English broadcast have probably heard. But Hamilton's still in front of Verstappen. Ricciardo nearly a minute behind Verstappen, so you've got to think that those two at the front. And there's an 8-second gap between Hamilton and Verstappen, so this is going to be a procession unless we get something interesting happen, unless something out of the ordinary fires up. Rightio, Ty. So who have you got? Anyone on the Discord?
Give me one moment.
I'm going to give you one moment. Watching this on KO. It's pretty good value. It's only about $10 a month, I think, Aussie, for a whole lot of sport. And thankfully F1 is not a premium product here. It's not highly sought after. It's got a mild bit of interest, but it's not like Australian football.
So no one in the waiting room. Again, I will dump this link here. If you do want to chat with us, which is kind of cool, click that link, join the Discord, and jump into the general voice channel, and then I'll drag you in when we need to chat.
Charles has just jumped past Raikkonen for 8th position. He's got Vettel in front of him now, but there's a 16-second gap between... yeah. Beautiful forests around this track at the Nürburgring. Reminds me a little bit of Spa, which is, and also there's a shot in Austria where there's lots of forest behind the cars as they come around the second last corner. Hey Ty, do you want to have a quick jump up and fill that up with water,
sure,
please? And I will implore people to get onto the Discord so they can join us live so we can hear what you sound like. And remember, you can become a member and get added benefits. But at this stage, we're looking at Bottas out, Albon, Ocon, George Russell. So there's 20% of the field not continuing on. Gasly, where can he finish? He's currently 10th. Having a crack at Raikkonen, just got Raikkonen. Yep, he's up into 9th spot now. He has Leclerc in front of him. So Norris has some problems with his engine and he's not generating enough power. And there's Leclerc and Vettel nearly coming together at turn 1, but Vettel has yielded to Leclerc and that puts Charles in 7th. Vettel in 8th.
All right, how about we speak to Arun? Arun is sitting in the general, which we're going to assume means she wants to chat. So let's talk to Arun.
Hello, Arun.
Here we go. She can hear you now.
Arun, you're from Indonesia, correct? Yes, Indonesia. I'm sure
she's
it's
muted and deafened, so maybe not. We'll just see. She may unmute herself if not.
Good. Yes, loud and clear. How's the sound on the feed, Ty?
Yep.
Arun, you're a bit of an artist and a memer.
Oh, wait, it's a little choppy.
You're a bit of an artist and a memer.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I don't really make the emotes as much now, but I used to a lot for Tyler back when he started the Twitch.
Now, are you Indonesian by birth?
Yeah, I'm Balinese. Both of my parents are, and I live in Bali, so yeah.
You have speak beautiful English with a bit of a...
Fantastic. It's an accent of some type.
Is it British-American accent?
I think so. What
is it British?
Do you go to an international school, Arun? I think you do, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's it.
I do.
And how old are you, Arun?
I just turned 15 a couple months ago.
Okay, because you're at the younger end of my audience. My audience is typically 18 to 35, but there's a good smattering below that and a bit above it. So what, do you get the race live on TV?
I'm using a VPN and I'm saying I'm in the Netherlands so I can watch it free on the YouTube, the F1 YouTube.
Right, so
do they stream it?
How are you getting it? How do you get it? Who's broadcasting it on YouTube?
Yeah,
F1 stream it on YouTube in the Netherlands.
Yeah, the F1 official channel is streaming it for countries. I think, obviously Germany. I think the Netherlands, yes, because I'm watching it on the Netherlands, the YouTube Netherlands YouTube, and I think Denmark, a couple countries in Europe, I'm sure. But oddly enough, Britain isn't in it for some reason.
Right. Well, Hulkenberg is now up in the points. He's 10th, and he would be pretty happy. Yeah. He's made up 10 positions. Of course, 4. Have gone out.
Me and my friends are praying for a Hulk podium, but we don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I don't think you can jinx it. You have nothing to do with it. It's all up to him, his mates. You do whatever you want and know that it won't have any effect on Hulkenberg's performance today. But he would certainly be loving this. And I know that last race he said he struggled a bit with his neck because he hasn't had that race practice. Hence, puts tremendous strain on the neck. And he is now having a crack at Vettel and has got past Vettel into turn 1. He's now 9th. That is fantastic for Nico. That is just great. Oh, I have to get a post ready to go too.
Yes.
Thank you, Arun.
Yeah, but look at the gap between Danny Rick, though. Oh my God.
Yeah. But look, thank you. We're going to go to somebody else now. Lovely to hear your voice. It adds another dimension that I've seen your name. Ciao. Who else you got, Tyler?
No one yet,
Thanks,
but
Arun.
I think we should speak to the YouTube chat for a moment. Some people are waiting to join, though.
Right.
Or trying to, I think.
Should I get a wooden frame? William, sort that picture out afterwards. You'll work it out, mate. VPN is a big brain move, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Big brain.
Pretty smart.
Yeah. Okay, who else we got? I think now a safety car wouldn't be good because Daniel is currently P3, which I want. Okay,
Yeah.
Luke, thank you for that feedback. How much does a season in British F4 cost? I've got no idea.
I think it's a bit. Now, we have 2 people in the waiting room if you would like to chat to someone.
Okay, and let's go to line 1 now. Hi, you're live with Kim and
Here we go.
Tyler. Hello. Where are you from, madam or sir? Ah, buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Ciao. Whereabouts in Italy?
Now, we have 2 people in the waiting room.
From the north, Brescia.
Just turn your volume down in the background because we can hear that. Right, will you be going to Imola for the race?
Unfortunately not, because I just moved to England, so.
Oh, you moved to
I live
England?
in England now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. So you're coming into winter now, so it'll get dark at about 3:30 in the afternoon come the middle of December, won't it?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you a question. Like,
Fire away, mate.
who do you think Mick Schumacher will replace Alfa Romeo next season?
Oh, he'll replace Giovinazzi, I'd say. That's what I hear. But still, you know what? Until they sign on the dotted line, anything could happen. Things change minute by minute, and these guys are out for the best deal for themselves, and the teams are out for the best deal, and it has to be something that just gels for both of them. So it's all wank till it's in the bank. That's the saying. But look, thank you very much. Lovely to hear from you. Ciao, ciao, ciao. And I love Regina Parmigiano, that Parmesan cheese. I love it. See you later. Next up.
Take care.
What's Perez saying, by the way? Okay, so at lap 50, I will start on my post. Who have we got next, Tyler?
All right, here we go.
Oh, this is great getting these other people in, but I think Daniel is going to have a podium here, and in which case his parents, who are not 10 Ks away, are going to be jumping up and down tonight. Hello.
There's always a brief waiting period, isn't there?
Yeah. But that's okay, because we need a rest. Oh, Lando has pulled over. Oh, you probably have got messages here to say that. It's still light here, yes. Poor Lando. He's out. He's out of the way, hopefully, so they won't have to have a safety car. Are we going to find out?
I'm not sure.
Ricciardo's tyres have to hang on. Right.
Also, I love Lando's helmet. I'm dragging that person out. Doesn't seem like they
It's messy, his helmet, isn't it?
I like it. I think it
Organised
looks really
chaos.
cool.
Rightio. Red Bull getting ready for a pit stop. Max is going to be coming in. He's 11 seconds behind Hamilton. Virtual safety car, maybe. Lando's out of the car and he's not happy. So is he going to be able to get back? Is there a scooter waiting for him?
Get back and what? Getting a...
No. Oh, his car is getting hot. Look at that.
What's that from?
That's heat from the exhaust inside there, or the engine, burning through the... Oh, he's sitting down in a deck chair.
How good
This
is
reminds
that?
me. This reminds me of this moment. Hulk. German. That's probably going to get out. Look, that shot there that you're watching on telly very much reminds me of this, Tyler.
Yeah, how about that?
This was Nico at the last German GP. I know this is not the German GP, but I captured Nico after he was looking like finishing in the points, definitely, and perhaps on the podium, and he just sat there with his head in his hands, this shot here, and I thought, oh, I was so sorry for the bugger. And these were the shots of him walking back, which I really loved, and this was one of the great days of my life because there was so much action on this second last corner with Nico putting his car into... Oh, the safety car's been deployed, rightio, so... Now we have some interest. Have we got anyone else waiting on the Discord title?
I don't believe so. Well, maybe so. Oh, yes. Okay. Someone's just popped in. We'll drag them in and see who it is.
Well done for you.
Say hello.
Hello to you.
Possibly. They have their mic muted.
Oh,
and we are kind of just dragging them in.
Right. Please unmute your mic and entertain us with a tale about where you are from. Hamilton's still in front of Verstappen. Now, Perez is third because Ricciardo stopped, and in comes Max, 2.6 seconds. Now, they're all coming in for tyres. Here comes Perez or Hulk. That's Perez. Right, who else is on the Discord?
No one else is waiting.
No one else. We're very keen to hear from you. Natalie Moss. No, she's not on there. Natalie Moss. How can you help me? I'm organising a customised jigsaw. Oh. Rightio, that is Hulkenberg in for fresh tyres. So we're going to have a 14-lap sprint to the end. Now, I should look out for this Aramco logo you told me about.
Yes, so when they cut to a car's view, you'll notice that they have that nice stuff that sits above the halo.
Yes, yes.
There's an animation that slides out an Aramco that looks like it's part of it. It's really well done.
Okay.
It's very small, but it's really nice.
Rightio. I will look for that.
Okay, apparently this person's mic is now working, so we'll give it a try. Here we go. Say hello.
Hello. Hello, who are you and where are you from?
I'm Aman and I'm from Pakistan and I'm like a huge F1 fan.
You're from Pakistan. I think you're the only one I've ever seen from Pakistan on my website here,
Yes.
on my YouTube. How did you hear about my YouTube channel?
I just like got to know about it like yesterday because I watched the video of F1, like the mothers of F1 drivers.
Right. So you're only new to the channel.
Yes, but I really like your content and
Great. Which city? Are you from Lahore? Karachi?
I'm from Islamabad.
Islamabad. Not that I've ever been to your country, and I've been to India, which is, well, it's not that close, but it's closer than Australia. Is there much?
For you.
Pardon?
I had a question for you.
Yes.
How much does a season in British F1 cost?
I don't know what F4 would cost. Ty, have you?
I don't know. I would imagine it's expensive.
No, I couldn't even tell you. But I do happen to know that the F2 guys who have to pay to race, they say that if they crash a car, the mechanics will often treat them poorly, even though they're paying for the damage. Whereas in F1, he said, this guy told me, in F1, if I crash a car, they're all fine. Even though you've cost the team a lot of money, they're really nice to them. Obviously, if you crash too many cars, they get cranky. But yeah.
It's
Well, look,
like really nice to talk to you. Thank you.
it's a pleasure, and thank you very much for contacting us from Pakistan, where you guys are cricket mad, aren't you? I used to sponsor Shane Warne. Do you know Shane? Have we lost him?
Possibly so.
Well, anyway.
I'm still here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you know Shane Warne, the spin bowler for Australia?
Yes.
Well, I used to sponsor
Yes,
Warne.
people like from Pakistan like busy about it.
Yeah. He plays IPL. Can't get that picture of you and Warne. Is that in there?
In where?
Is it in the bar?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I used to sponsor Shane for 5 years. My company, great man. Right, thank you for that. We're under safety car. Hamilton from Verstappen, Ricciardo third. I tell you what I should do is actually do this thing now. Just so you know, people, I have to prepare a 1, 2, 3. What do you call it? A graphic. So Tyler, you can handle things while I
yes, sure.
struggle with this. You know what this is.
Trying to figure something else out myself as well. Oh, yeah, cool.
It's a lot easier doing these graphics for the race than it is for quali, because quali
doesn't happen. It all changes
the last second.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, you know pretty much on the last lap what it's going to be. So you can actually, if you want, Ty, show this.
Yes, I will cut to it once you have opened a thingy.
3 drivers template. Okay, so now I go up here. I have to change this to the Eifel GP.
Eifel.
Nothing to do with the Eiffel
Tower.
It's the forest.
Annoying.
Right, click race, do that. Now Verstappen, what do we think? He's going to be second, don't we? So I'll drag Maxi up here to second, and I'll move him over here. Done, and I'll go and pick Oh, I don't want to jinx Ricardo. Maybe I'll take.
Oh, now Lackley's in the chat. He was before. He mentioned.
Bloody Lax, we need him to be
say hi.
promoting. Yeah, we need him to be promoting the super chat. Driver 1 there. No, I've got to do this. Bang.
How many laps are left? Can anyone tell us? Oh, 40. There's 12 left.
Now, Ricardo. Right. Struggle, where is he? Daniel Ricardo. Let's drag him down to tricky. What's he going to be? Third?
Ricardo looks like he's going to be third.
Look at that! 3 different teams.
That's nice.
That
Always
is
nice
lovely.
to see.
2020 Eiffel race Grand Prix. Right, let's output that. Daniel hasn't been on the podium, is he? For last year or this year? Rightio, we're going to put that as, I'll just call that Rick, because we know the top 2. And now I will go over here and, no, that's going to feedback. Insta post, still under safety car. You can bump that audio back up again, Tyler, a little bit if you wish.
Oh, yes, I can. Certainly can.
And thank you. We're about 130 for the whole race, this one. Rick, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
3 different engine manufacturers as well. Not just 3 different teams.
Yes. No, I want this. That one.
Yeah,
Bang.
Grosjean is in 7th. He's gone up 9
Good on
places.
He didn't pit for tyres, did he? There's Michael Massey there. Good Aussie.
Oh, he's on hard, so he wouldn't have need to anyway.
Yeah. Right. So at least we've got a little bit of idle time here for me to do this.
Mm-hmm.
A first podium for Dan at Renault. And 3 different teams on the podium. Nice. Okay, so that's ready to go. I think, well, I wouldn't put money on it, but I'm confident that that's the likelihood. Now let's get back to some comments.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this thing. Gonna have to back read the chat, are you, Carl? Good luck. A Bitterball is getting a tattoo. Yes, that's the deal, isn't it? Who gets to pick where it goes? I think a Bitterball gets to pick where it goes, so he can put it on the sole of his foot if he wants, or in between his toes.
What was that?
Hulk in 9th. Yeah, Daniel gets to. No, the deal is that a Bitterball gets to choose where the tattoo goes. If Daniel gets a podium, he has to get a tattoo.
Oh, right.
Mm.
Gotcha. Okay, now Shaggy said that his mic might be fixed now, so let's drag him in and attempt to chat. Hello, Shaggy.
Shaggy. Hello, mate.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
We
Yeah,
can.
we can hear you. Where are you from?
Thank you. Hi guys.
Yeah,
Hello.
where are you from? Tell us where you're from.
Maybe some delay.
Are you in delay? Can you tell us where you are from?
I'm from the Philippines.
From Manila?
I'm from the Philippines.
Yes, but are you from Manila in the Philippines?
There must be a delay.
No, I'm from Pampanga.
I don't know that city. Is there much of a fan base of F1 in Philippines?
Kind of.
And who do you love? Who do you like to follow?
Wait. Lando Norris.
He's a lovely young fella. How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, so he's only a few years older than you. We're back racing again. Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo. How close is Ricciardo? This is exciting. Ricciardo is right up on Verstappen's hammer. In fact, I think he's... Oh, I tell you what, it was very close. Verstappen's got the inside line, but may run wide. Oh, yes, Ricciardo's putting some pressure on Max here on the restart. Max will kick away now, you watch. And just behind him, Perez is now putting some pressure on Ricciardo. So there's a good battle there. In fact, Perez is very...
Streamception.
That is Perez, yes. Okay, well, look, thank you very much. Lovely to have the Philippines on board. You are the sole representative so far tonight. And bola bola. That's bola bola. That's what I know. Ciao.
Now, I made a mistake and forgot to turn this off when I dragged them in, so they could hear the stream lightly for a few seconds.
Yeah, fine. Okay, so anybody else waiting here? Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Gasly, Hulkenberg, Grosjean. Hulkenberg 8th. Oh, that's good points for him. Giovinazzi, Magnussen, Latifi, Vettel, Raikkonen, Kvyat. How about that? Hulkenberg is 5 places in front of Vettel.
He'll also beat some people in the championship, won't he?
Yes, he will. He'll beat Giovinazzi. I don't know about Magnussen. I don't know. Actually, I can tell you right now. That's my dog out there. I should let the dog in. Let me just have a quick look and tell you. We have 10 laps to go, and it's still pretty bloody exciting.
10 laps to go. Giovinazzi just in the points.
See, Hulkenberg is already 15th in the standings of 21. And if he beat... Oh, no, he'd have to... where's Kvyat? No, I don't think... Well, he's 8 points behind Kvyat. What have you done there?
Nothing for you.
He's 8 points behind Kvyat, and I don't think he could get enough points to jump him there unless there's a right royal mess up at the front. So if you want to join the chat, and I mean verbally, jump onto the Discord. Have you got a link up there somewhere for people to...
Yes, I can dump the link in the link in the chat again.
I've only just joined. What has happened to Valtteri? Valtteri had engine problems. He was overtaken some laps into the race, I'm guessing about 8 or 10 from memory. And he went back to second. And then he had problems with his engine and had to pull out.
Yes, rather unfortunately.
Norris has problems with his engine. Russell had a bingle, nearly tipped over. Ocon had a problem, and Albon is out as well. So there is 25% of the field out, and our leaders are Hamilton, Verstappen, and Daniel Ricciardo. Let's go back to my KO here to see what's happening. Right. Let's go back. There's the Discord there. P6 for Gasly. Yes. Pierre. He's the points machine. Tyler, are you going to stream on Twitch soon, says William?
Yes, I will once I'm done with my exams. So a couple of weeks probably, actually.
Do you think Hulkenberg will get driver of the day? I think he's got to, doesn't he?
Surely.
From 20 to 8? That's fantastic. So Hamilton easily out in front, 1.9 seconds in front from Ricciardo, who's 5.4 seconds behind Verstappen. He had that chance at the restart, but just didn't take it. Perez is another 6 seconds back. So they're all spread out. I beg your pardon, no, these are from the leader. These are from the leader. So there's... Sainz is in... Where's Sainz? 5th.
Perez is
putting pressure now. He's in DRS range of Daniel Ricciardo.
Oh, that's no good.
No, and he's been very aggressive today, Sergio. He's been battling.
Where did he start?
Oh, I haven't got that handy, mate. I do miss photographing F1. I wish I was back there now. If it was open in the paddock, which is not. So for all the pics I normally get, I would not be able to get those pics because you can't just stand in the paddock and photograph the 20 drivers as they're toing and froing. And I don't think that's going to change for the rest of the year. I sort of fear that it might not change until mid-next year. I think this virus has pretty much ruined everything for everybody. If you're a winner in it, well done to you. Louise Palmer. There's been good battles. Yes, it has been a little bit interesting. Lost the sound. Thank you for going live, mate. Your insight is awesome. Saving the race for me. Andrew, thank you very much for your comments. And the sun is now out. Look at those beautiful trees around the Nürburgring. Different coloured leaves, yellows, browns, greens. Hulkenberg in 8th. Did well on the restart. Oh, this must be a big delay. Yes, it is. Of course, I'm listening to this in my ear. But I'm now looking at Sebastian Vettel having a go at Nicholas Latifi and getting past him at turn 1.
Wide.
And
they
also,
all go very wide.
Raikkonen. Is that Raikkonen? He's also got past Latifi. Who's missing out on points? Magnussen, Vettel, Raikkonen, Latifi and Kvyat. I don't think Kvyat will be there next year for AlphaTauri. That's the word there. But Hamilton is still 3 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen, who is 4.4 seconds ahead of Ricciardo. Ricciardo is under pressure from Perez. There's only 1.3 second gap. So Daniel's going to have to be on his game to keep that podium. And he'll want that podium. He'll be hungry for it. He's not tasted champagne for, what, probably 2 years, more than 2 years now. His last win, was it not in Monaco in 2018? I think it was. I'll stand corrected, and you will correct me, I know. Tyler seems sleepy, Danush. Yes, he's been burning the candles at both ends. His brother Jace has got a new love of punting. Likes the horses. Jace, are you watching? What's your tip? He backs all sorts of crazy stuff. Had a big win today, he tells me. But everyone's happy to tell you about their wins. Not too many to say too much about their losses. Watching at midnight from Adelaide. Really hope Ricciardo can maintain the podium position. I think all Australians would be of that opinion. Why can I hear someone washing up?
I checked.
What is
I can't
that?
hear anything. I just checked. I put it through there, but I can't hear anything.
No. Shoey won't be allowed. No. Well, I guess he can drink out of his own shoe.
Surely, right? It's not what else is.
Magnussen 11th. Right, we have 5 laps to go. Do you think I should do a Perez version of that? I think I should.
Yep, be safe.
Because I think there's a real chance that I'll swap it out, and
It's
I'm not being...
1.5 seconds behind Ricciardo.
All right, just give me a second, people.
Yep, no problem.
Into 3rd place, yes.
Double points. Well, Magnussen is in 12th, so that would make that difficult, wouldn't it? You have to finish top 10 for points, correct?
Yep.
They're Haas, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, excuse me for yawning, people. Right. So I'm now prepping a different post, just in case Sergio manages to jump Daniel for 3rd. Then I need to go over here. And I'm ready. I have to change the headline. I could say, well, the last time Sergio had a podium, I believe, was in Baku. And I photographed that. What was that? It wasn't 20, I can't remember now. 17 or 18 for memory. Might have been that race. Was it the race that Daniel won? I can't remember. Rightio, let's go back to your comments here. We've got 140. We've had a little bump up there. So thank you to people for coming in. And when you do leave, obviously others are taking your spot or you're returning. Have we got anyone on the Discord? Let's have some.
No, I just checked. No one's
we need some
in
expert
the waiting
comments
room
from an expert F1 follower.
That we do. 4 laps to go.
That's right. Kvyat's last of the runners. Hamilton's first of the runners. And we are expecting something spectacular on the last lap. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be absolutely wild. Quickly, let's put up a promo code, Tyler, for someone.
Let's do it. Good idea.
Put a promo code up and someone can go. Not you, William. Don't you even think of it, mate. You can go to prostarpics.com now and pick a photo that you like of mine. Go to the checkout and don't put it up just yet. Actually, we'll do it just after the race, right? Because people are probably a bit excited.
Okay.
But in the meantime, get onto prostarpics.com, find a picture you like, get ready to buy it, pick high res, personal use, and go to the payment page, put all those details in, and then just wait for the promo code. And the first person to put it in and press enter will get that picture delivered, download to them, digitally downloaded. And then you can go and get it printed, put it on your computer, do what you want, but it'll be high quality. You can print it as big as A2. And remember, these you can get at kimillman.com, 20 different F1 driver books, lots of pictures, beautiful quality. This is the hardcover version. You'll get them sent to you almost anywhere in the world, handmade, delivered within a week and a bit. No, a couple of weeks, depending on where you are. But you can get it quickly if you want. There it is on the screen. Down there, that's where it was. 3 laps to go, and it's been lovely having your comments pop up here. 3 Kings, tattoo time, exactly right. Rick got the podium. Yasin, just not too early, Yasin. Let's just hold our enthusiasm. Who's got the fastest lap? Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton. I thought you fellas would be cheering for Daniel. Yeah, we don't want to be too parochial, but yes, it would be lovely to see him on the podium. Although we won't be hearing the Australian national anthem, of course, that's only for the first place getter in the first team.
Here you go. Here's his Aramco logo.
Watch yeah, okay.
Watch it, it'll disappear nicely.
Yes, right.
Nice. See?
It is. Pops up out of there. Louise Palmer, until checkered flag, no guarantees. Rami says thanks. No thanks to you, Rami. Is there a race next weekend? What are we here? Are we back to back this weekend?
I don't
think so. No, we're not. I'll tell you. It was Nico driver of the day. Did I just hear?
He got 36%. He's the top voted in the poll by... Oh, how do you rate that? He had 18% greater.
Yeah, they've got a week off next weekend.
Can't remember how I would say that.
Where are you looking?
It just came up 36%. The next was 18%, I think. Maybe 17%.
You're yawning, people.
It's alright. It's getting a bit late.
This is very casual here.
Yes.
Yeah, Nico's driver of the day. That's fantastic.
Currently.
Here, let's have your volume up a little bit here.
Sure.
It's very tricky with 2 laps left to go. Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo. 1.4 in front. I'm pretty confident here. I will go to this. First podium for Dan at Renault. And 3 different teams on the podium. Nice. Right. And I guess that 3rd position could have been Lando Norris's quite easily. He was going well. He was looking good. And then, of course, incident with his engine. Pulled over. 2 more laps to go. Hulkenberg in 8th position, and I just hope nothing bad happens to Nico. He certainly deserves a good result, and I think that is a great result, isn't it?
Yeah.
What I thought, I predicted 13th. Well, if you take those 5 off, there you go. I predicted 13th in a full field, and all of those, well, Russell wouldn't have been in front of him. So, yeah, I was close. The cloud cover at the moment, so you're not seeing any shadows, and the colours of the cars are a little duller.
1 lap to go.
No, 2 laps. Well, 1.5 probably now. Live Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen 3rd. He's bumped up a little bit. He could end up 2nd, but he doesn't want to be 2nd. He wants to be 1st. He's quite hungry in that respect. I don't need that anymore. I'll get rid of that. 124 still watching. That's great. And I'll just quickly go back to your comments here. Chloe. Hello, Chloe. I think you're one of the few females we have in the stream tonight. All top 7 current are different teams. Well done. I'll put that. I'm just going to just take that line and put it in my post. Thank you for pointing that out to me. And 3 different teams on the podium and 7 different teams in the top 7. Nice. Thank you very much for pointing that out to us. Or was that mentioned on TV? But looks like last lap, Daniel safely in front of Perez. He'd really have to bugger this up deluxe not to get third, wouldn't he? And I'm ready to hit this button and people will go, oh, you were quick, you were quick. How did you know? You don't have to be very smart to know. You just have to be ready, don't you?
Oh yeah, Gasly's done well. In 6.
Yes, 6. Perez, Sainz, Gasly, Leclerc, Hulkenberg. 8th. Grosjean too in the points. Roman Grosjean, beautiful. What a great man Roman is. A lot of time for him. Final corner. And you've already seen this because we're delayed here. But there's Lewis. He's equaled Schumacher's record. Right, fastest lap for Verstappen and Ricciardo across the line. Right, I'm publishing that. And beautiful, he's crossed the line. So there we go. And I'll just have a look here and see what people say. That's correct, isn't it? Good. Right. That's what I quite love looking at this and these funny comments.
Tattoo on his ass cheek, someone said.
Yeah. Right, I'll put that one in there as well. Nice.
All right, we're going to put this code up now.
Cyril.
We're going to pop up a code now for everyone to use on ProStar Picks. Here it is.
Is going to get a tattoo.
There we go. That is a code.
Right, that's up. So Toto's happy for the win, disappointed didn't get the second because that makes a lot of difference to their prize money. And somebody said, effing finally. First, or William Gardner's, he's on YouTube and he's on Insta. Hello, Dolores, were you on our live stream? So for those people who aren't at the track, let's go through the results. We had Hamilton first, Verstappen second, Ricciardo third, Perez fourth. Now I haven't got the screen there. 5th. You'll tell me. Oh, I'll have to wait for that to come up again. Yes. Let's go, Danny Rick. That tattoo is coming. And finally, I'm so happy for Daniel. These are all comments on my Insta page. Yes, yes, yes. First, actually, this post will do all right. What's it running at now? Oh, 250 in 2 minutes. Yeah, that's 125. Anything over 100 a minute is probably a top 10% post. And William Gardner, congratulations on being the first. And there's that free promo code. So go to prostarpicks.com and let's see if anybody has pre-prepared and got this pick. Somebody has at 9:50 p.m. Yes, it's Chloe. Well done, Chloe. Beautiful Chloe from somewhere in the world. She's got herself a free digital download. Let's have a look and see what picture she selected. And Lewis has cleaned up the banner. Now, that would typically be Matteo Bonciani's job to pick those up when he worked in F1. You would have seen him. Lovely Italian fellow. Okay, so the picture that Chloe has selected is, and it's just, it's a lovely, hey, look, you know this pic. I can see it, yep. That's the pic, which is the beautiful view from the hill in Monaco, which, of course, didn't have a race this year. Unfortunately. And it's always on my birthday, around my birthday. Yeah. Lewis is going to stand up and just pat himself on the chest, thumbs up. And, of course, normally there'd be thousands of people around there congratulating him, but not at this time. Very few people. You'll see some photographers there. Who's that? That's... Can't pick either of those guys. The beanies have thrown me. Max Verstappen, honourable second. Daniel, have we seen Daniel? Has he jumped out of the car yet? No, he's getting out now, so he should be pretty bloody happy with himself. And Grace and Joe, I'll send Joe a note because he and Grace should be. Text Joe Ricardo.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much.
What a great result for your young man today, full stop. And they will be celebrating tonight. Yes, that's going. Lots of hugs, lots of kisses from, well, no kisses, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Everyone's wearing their masks. Daniel's got gloves on, so he's safe. Well, as long as he doesn't touch his face. And Lewis has just been given a hat from Angela. What was he doing there? Maybe he was signing
Looked
something.
like he was signing something. Shall we do one last promo code before we finish up here?
Yes, and the promo code
will be...
No, don't put it up. We will give it away for the first person to send me a quick video on their phone with some short message, and I'll play it on my stream. So email your message to info@kimellman.com. It needs to be a short video message, and the first person to get it through...
I don't think I have audio coming through your laptop at the moment.
That's all right. We'll just have through the microphone.
Okay, sure.
So send it to info@kimellman.com and you will get a free digital download promo code that I will send to you via return email. So there you go. Right. Actually, I can just play it off here and hold. Oh, no. I can play it off this.
Play it. Send it. You can send it on Instagram too. Equally.
Yeah. Okay. But better off info@kimellman.com with just some little video with your face on it, and we'll put that up on the page, and then you're all free to go and enjoy the rest of your afternoon if you're in Europe, or go to bed if you're in Australia, or start the day if you're in America.
Oh, look at the microphone on the pole.
Yeah, truly a worldwide audience tonight, and really great. We had Pakistan represented, Philippines, England. Where else were we getting people from?
I cannot remember everyone.
Australia. What a great thing the internet is. You couldn't do this 10 years ago, not with the slickness that we've been able to pull it off here tonight. So send us a quick video and you'll get yourself a ProStar Picks download if you're the first person to get it to me at info@kimellman.com. Thank you very much to all of you for joining in. Let's have a look and see how many pictures my photographer friend has sent through from the track. Might be a bit early. It is a bit early, so we'll get some stuff afterwards. Hopefully some nice... no, he can't get anywhere near the action at Parc Fermé. But there's Daniel. Oh, look. Old teammates. Still good mates. They still party away from the track together and catch up with each other, which is nice. Still waiting for a video here. I'm starting to think we may not get one, but prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, good people. How many people have we got left on this thing? No, that's a Zenfolio product order. Singapore, Rashan. Nigeria. I didn't know you followed F1. Kenya, Asante Sana, Rafiki, Nairobi. I stayed in Nairobi. Very strict security at the hotels, I remember. Danny should make Cyril tattoo the face of Christian Horner. That's probably not going to happen, is it?
That would be quite funny.
Although they may. Taiwan. I landed in Taiwan once on a transfer. Once, but never went out of the airport. Gambia. My gosh, we are a world audience tonight. Stayed up for this, says little Chockaboo. What a race. I will not try, says William Gardner. Here we go. Yes, let me just have a look, because I'll just have a look at it here. Make sure it is not rude, because we have been fooled before with that, haven't we?
I don't think I have audio coming through. It doesn't look
but that's
like I
all
do.
right, because I will turn my computer up Oh, it's 20 megabytes. Shivers. That's big. Might take a little bit. Sounds like could be more than a few seconds. Look at Lewis. He's got his hand up there in front of his face, and he was doing this earlier. And while this video downloads, I'll show you this shot here, which the sponsors absolutely love. Where is it? It's over here. It's on today's picks. Just bear with me a second, people. This is still downloading here. Not fan picks. What is it? What the hell am I looking for?
I'm not sure.
It's day 4. Here we go. No, it might be day 3. It's this shot here. This is what sponsors love. IWC would be so rapt that Lewis has got that watch so visible, because that is an IWC Big Pilot's watch. I have one of those. It's a nice watch. Although I would have thought it would have appreciated in value, and it hasn't. It's just kept pace. But they're better investments often than, what do you call it? Cars. Unless you buy vintage cars. Right, so I'm still struggling. Here we go. Right. Rightio, so I can get it on here, Ty.
Doesn't seem like.
Have you tried getting it on yours?
Oh, that's a good point.
Here it is. Here it is.
Here we go. Got it. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
You play it. Will you get audio?
Yeah, I can get audio.
Or turn the other.
Give me.
Turn this down. We don't need to hear this.
The other problem is I cannot show you. I have to give me 1 sec to make it so people
Well, I
can
can
see
play
it.
it off here.
Okay.
Let me just turn up the volume. And I'll start it again. Right, you ready?
Hey, Kim.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. And
Hey, Kim. Hope you had a great race. I certainly enjoyed it, and happy for Daniel to get that podium. Bye-bye.
Good work, mate. You've got yourself a download from ProStarPicks.com, and now I'm hearing me. I really need to thank every one of you for hanging around, because I know that some of you have been here from the start. Now, that is 2 hours and 5 minutes ago.
Yep, exactly.
So please go and enjoy the rest of the celebrations, and know that we've at least got 3 different teams on the podium, not the standard 2. So great effort. Next week off, and let's probably do this in 2 weeks' time.
Yes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you
See
to
ya.
Tyler. Follow Tyler on whatever.
The YouTube, yes. Search my name on YouTube. I'll put my name in the chat after we finish up.
He's
But
good.
yeah.
He's going places.
Thank you.
Very technically savvy. Good man to have on your side. Good night, all. Ciao.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.